Welcome to Generate Nation Podcast. It's Luther Danger. He's back.
It's the election special, Election Erection.
Ooh, Election Erection. I like the name of that. That's great.
Yeah, and that won't be what it's called because I want to trick people.
Okay.
I want it to spike like very mildly, not spike at all.
So. Are we not going to talk about the election?
No, we're going to 100% talk about the election and spin off from that, but mostly talk about how fucked our country is.
Well, yeah, it's kind of rough. What I was thinking, I woke up this morning laughing to myself that just like Bernie in 2016, stole enough votes away from Hillary Clinton that Trump was allowed victory. The same thing might happen, but this time, instead of Bernie Sanders, who's a completely fine candidate, we're going to have Kanye West potentially stealing votes away from Biden and give the election to Trump.
I voted for, do drum roll. No man should have all that power. I voted for Kanye West.
Oh,
Fuck it all, burn it down. Who'd you vote for?
I wrote in Turd on Fire.
I had to write in Kanye West was the worst part.
Yeah, in Virginia, that's what you have to do. You know what could solve this entire problem?
Turds on Fire.
Turd
taking over.
No, ranked choice voting. Like, for real, this is something that we should move to as a nation.
Yeah. How many, to be, super duper, specific, how many, including write-ins, should you get 3 write-ins and 7 candidates? So you get, a ranked of 10. Guess where Biden would be on mine?
I don't know.
10.
I mean, I don't want to get into the specifics, although you talk about them all the time. But the ranked choice voting, for those who are uninitiated or unaware, my quick Wikipedia search of it. Basically, if there's 4 candidates, you can rank them 1, 2, 3, and 4. If your number 1 doesn't get the votes, so if no one got enough votes to get past a certain threshold at number 1, then whoever has the lowest number 1s gets dropped, and then
there's a runoff,
and then the number 2s of those number 1s get moved to whoever. So basically, what this means is you could vote for that third party that you would like to vote for, but they're not going to get enough votes so you have to vote for the guy you hate the least, right?
Exactly.
So what this
do other countries do that?
Yeah,
or other principalities or whatever.
Even other states. Maine does it. I didn't know this, but Maine uses ranked choice voting, and I think it's a great way so everyone can pick that independent, right? And we can start having more than 2 parties, because with 2 parties, no matter what, we're going to get screwed. It's either a yes or a no on every issue.
Yeah, it's a double-sided dildo on fire with AIDS.
Yeah, sure.
Full blown.
Yeah. I was going to go for Ouroboros, where, the snake eating itself.
Yeah, some type of strain of AIDS, too, where it goes straight to AIDS.
Yeah, straight to full-blown AIDS.
Full AIDS, yeah.
How come
not quite full AIDS, but medium AIDS, so you have it already, you're feeling the effects, and you know what's coming down the pike. Mm-hmm. So not like stage 9 cancer or whatever, where you're quick exit. No.
Yeah.
Long exit, but advanced knowledge of it.
Right. How come cats are the only animals besides humans who get AIDS? And I know it's a different AIDS, at least I think it's a different AIDS, but why?
Not in my curve, not in my neck of the woods. Why? Because cats are the only other thing that gives selective affection not based on food. There's some type of selecting the affection, and sometimes they select the wrong animal or person to be affectionate with, and they get AIDS.
Okay. All right, glad we got that result.
Does that make sense?
It doesn't. I think you made it up, but it's all right. Let's keep going.
No man should have all that power.
It's nice to be back on the. I think Rush Limbaugh calls his the golden EIB microphone. I need to have some sort of special name for my microphone. But it's nice to be back here with you. It's been a little while for me.
Well, we all need you're the only one that's come back that would probably come back more than once or twice. Because. It's a lot of pressure. No man should have all that pressure.
I agree. Well, it's just at least twice a week was too much. Are you still keeping the streak alive, by the way? Are you still doing a podcast every day?
Okay, well, technically, we've transitioned to backloading. So, like, Wendy has just fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Her output, if you just slightly even suggest, hey, we could probably use a piece here, it's like, whoosh. Like, all those rhymes
Yeah.
she's been doing. So, I'm like, so we're, like, filling the gaps. And there's only been a couple gaps, and it's really only been this week. And it was more than one, so I didn't, like, it was enough to, like, keep everything going. So, like, a streak of having an episode every day that is there to cycle back to is going to be going strong. But in all honesty, there's like 3 days that I haven't done it, but we have material for me to like separately record. So
that means basically, yeah, you've posted something every day, but sometimes it might be you recorded it the other day.
Yeah, only
that's
a couple
fine.
times. Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's still pretty incredible. It's like 200 something.
That's how long this whole COVID thing's been going on. I mean, you started.
Well,
it
we
with
started
COVID, right?
April 2nd with
2nd.
our. So we originally we relaunched with the. I still think might be our greatest episode. You need to check it out. It's called Super Tuesday.
Yeah,
And it was like March 2nd or 3rd or something. And just look it up. Super Tuesday. It's great.
was that? That was a really good. It's great, by the way. That was your best one I've ever heard you do.
Thank you. It's because I'm freed up because I voted for his one-time supporter.
Yeah,
To be honest, I almost voted for him.
yeah.
But I made the decision like a day or two ago. I was like, fuck it. Third party, I should stick to my guns.
Yeah.
The birthday party was selected.
I mean, birthday party was such a great choice for us. If you're gonna give it a stupid party name, why not birthday party? I mean, there's times where I think that Kanye West is an insane person, and then
He is. He's manic depressive. So
right. But I
not-
think he's also a genius. Like, there's
He
times
is a
I'm like,
genius.
this guy's an idiot. He's ridiculous. He's an asshole. And then there's other times I'm like, but he might be a genius. Did
Yes.
you watch that? Letterman's got that show on Netflix. It's another interview show, but it's like long form interviews.
It's like good because he's good, right? It's not like
Letterman's
Oprah.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
He did
That
like.
beard is fucking good.
Oh yeah, no, he did an episode with Kanye West, and
Oh wow.
I honestly, since you voted for him, I urge you to go and watch it. If it doesn't change your mind about who Kanye West is, it's at least like okay, he's interesting, you know.
And you get that juicy ass booty in the White House.
It's not bad, yeah, that's not bad. I mean,
That
obviously,
oiled up ass.
obviously he's not going to win, but
What?
yeah,
I'm on a hot streak. I'm on a heater. I've lost 4 elections in a row now.
yeah, I've never had someone I voted for win.
Well, obviously, when you're voting for Turd on Fire, you know
It's a
you're
long
not-
shot. Yeah, it's a long
Well,
shot. I get
you,
what
you
you're saying.
botched it. It was a botched job. Not voting for Turd on Fire, but it was supposed to be Dildo on Fire. It was my idea, and you pivoted to Turd on Fire. Our medical source actually made a comment of like when I mentioned the Turd on Fire concept, or that it was originally a dildo on fire. She's like, well, why are all the great things for women have to be set on fire or burned or like anything like that? I was like, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Because men are threatened by dildos.
Oh, I thought
and
she was talking about
vibrators.
turds and just she loves turds.
Turds, save the turds.
Yeah, but no one. What? They burned their own bras. I didn't burn them. Well, all right, all right. Men burned witches. Okay.
yeah,
we
we
burned
burned
the
witches.
witches. Sure, I'll take responsibility. I take responsibility. Remember those videos? Remember that video that came out? Like that happened this year. Remember?
What was it about? Who did it?
Celebrities were taking accountability for racism.
Oh, like Aaron Paul and shit?
Yeah. Everyone just got on that thing and just made a really tone deaf sort of statement.
Oh, I claimed no responsibility.
Yeah, I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
We didn't start the fire. The dildos were always burning since the world's been turning.
Yeah, I mean, just like Shaggy, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
It was totally Shaggy, though.
It probably was. It probably
He was banging
Shaggy.
on the bathroom floor.
Yeah.
Seriously, we're this close to if we had a ranked system, we could very well have a Kardashian FLOTUS.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible.
Would it be float ass if it was Kardashian? FLOTASS, FLOTASS.
Yeah, it probably would. It probably would.
We'd have a good God-fearing Christian back in the White House. No, he would fucking win. He'd have the evangelical vote. They were fooled by Trump.
Who would win?
So they might
Kanye?
as well. Yeah,
No
it's like next time. If
No.
he's on his meds,
No.
if he's on the right combination, trust me, it makes a
mean,
difference.
what
I
this
have
does,
fleetingly like a good mix.
what this does, and what this, I think its intent is to get enough of the youth vote to not vote for Joe Biden, so that Trump can win.
Yeah, I hope so.
Okay. I don't care. No matter what, we're fucked tonight. All right. No matter what, and it won't be tonight, but it'll be. I don't know. 3 weeks from now, after the House makes a determination, and then there's an investigation. Like, this won't end well. I'd be shocked, man. I would just love, no matter what, either a peaceful transition of power or a peaceful holding of power. I just want it to end.
Do you want it to end quickly?
Yes.
Or
yeah.
Okay. Is it because you have a family and a wife?
I just don't want to.
Is there a dark curiosity though? Like, where? What percentage are you dark curiosity versus like I just want everyone to be happy?
Oh, I don't give a shit if people are happy. People are going to be miserable no matter what, and checked out emotionally or whatever else. Because I got people on both sides. I'm on both sides of issues. I'm actually, I think, more moderate and rational than I think most people. Because
me too, and I have a mental illness.
Yeah, because I agree and disagree with everybody. Right? There's certain things that Obama's done, I'm a big supporter of. There's certain things that Trump's done, I'm a supporter of. There's things that they have, like, politically, human being wise.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Human being wise, it's not even close. Like Trump is a Disney villain, but I don't care at the end of the day. His tweets, I don't read them. His messages, I don't read them.
He's Gaston. If you remember that creepy friend of Gaston or supporter that wanted to be Gaston's friend. Was a KKK member.
Lemieux, what was his name?
Lemieux, look it up.
Yeah, Gaston's friend.
It's not his friend. It's like his
LaFoe.
His fluffer.
It was
LaFoe.
LaFoe.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of LaFoes, right?
Yeah,
he's Gaston with a bunch of LaFoes, but the beast had to go.
Yeah,
right. It was a danger to the community.
I mean, he was a monster that kidnapped a girl, and everyone's like, I can't believe
monster. Yeah. And Gaston was just like, was he the most attractive man in the village? Yes. Was he a necessary vital force in the village? Yes. Yeah. Did he show that he had good taste in women because he used those other bimbos that were the choral girls that were singing in the background for his own carnal pleasures? But he liked Belle. He wanted Belle. He wanted growth.
Well, Belle was
and the
kind
beast
of a
took
jerk,
it away
though,
from him
too. I mean,
what's that?
Belle is kind of a jerk, though.
She was a douchebag.
I mean, obviously, no one's gonna like you if you're running around town singing a song about how much they can't read.
Or this provincial life.
Yeah.
What was wrong with it? It was everyone's singing in the town.
Yeah, yeah.
Even the fucking meathead is singing.
Yeah.
Even LaFoe is turning to song.
Yeah, so anyways, how did we get on this? I think you just... At any rate...
I compared LaFoe to a KKK supporter.
That's what you did. That is what you did. Yeah.
Trump equals Gaston.
Hey, I don't think me and you talked about, since the debates, I don't think we've talked... I mean, we certainly haven't done a podcast and talked about, There's been a lot that's happened. I mean, it's like every month just cranks out a new pile of shit during this whole
bangers,
coronavirus.
Man. Nothing but bangers.
It's been crazy.
It's like Fleetwood Mac's Rumors, is straight bangers.
I recently, I listen to it on a somewhat regular basis, but the family was driving somewhere out of town, and I put on Rumors, and it was just my wife was just like, oh, this song's on this album too? And this one, and this one, and this one. It's
Secondhand News would be a monster on any other album.
Yeah,
and it
but
was it was oh, Secondhand news.
You know, like all of the Fleetwood songs you hear on the radio all came off of that one album.
Yeah,
and it was
Dreams and Rhiannon and was Gypsy on that one?
Yeah, right. Let's Google it.
Just look at the track. I'm gonna track listing. I'm gonna like get my election boner fired up again for this track listing. Which one? Do you remember which one of your friends stole it from the store?
It wasn't any of mine. It, like legitimately.
Didn't it just appear in my mom's car?
It just appeared in your mom's car.
Yeah.
Your mom.
Your mom likes rumors.
All right, secondhand news, Dreams, Never Going Back Again, Don't Stop,
that's a good one.
Go Your Own Way, Songbird, The Chain, You Make Loving Fun, I Don't Want to Know, Oh Daddy, Gold Dust Woman.
So Gypsy wasn't on that?
No.
Wow. You know what else was really good was Tusk. Just say it. I'm saying it in the mic like I just did richly.
Tusk.
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 Why are we saying Tusk?
Because it sounds so rich.
Tusk.
Who names an album with 4 letters? It's like such a bold statement by an artist. And then you just name it Tusk. That's great.
Yeah, sorry.
So
I
this
just got stuck in a...
you're just like transported into rumors.
I was
1976, right?
77 is when it
77,
when it came out, yeah.
Okay. But they were like touring with like testing out the material for rumors in 76.
Mm-hmm.
Have I evangelized you on Stevie Nicks' performance in 1976? And I think it was, I don't know where it was, might have been Boston or something. And an extended version of Rhiannon. Check it out on YouTube, listeners. And then email us at degenerateenation@gmail.com, not only to curse me out for voting for Kanye West, but to discuss. I want to have an open discussion on how erotic her performance was.
All right.
Like, first off, she was smoking hot in this unattainable, like, not because she was so hot, but in this unattainable, like, not from this earth.
No, she's a good witch. That's who she is.
She's a good witch. Like, a little bit of E.T., like, doesn't belong here.
Yeah.
But, like, changes the lives for us for the good. And she was, like, homies with my fucking personal hero, Tom Petty.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's collaborators and, like, good friends. And, like, she was in fucking Fleetwood Mac.
I mean,
It's great solo, Seven Wonders. God damn.
anyone who was around her or dated her or was, frankly, inside of her during that time period ended up creating their greatest, like, artistic works.
Yeah,
Like,
if
she was...
So if the greatest muse of all time was also the greatest female artist of all time.
Yeah, I mean, during that era, like, late 70s...
Well, yeah, like, I mean, I'm trying to think, like, just strictly in terms of female artists who not just singers. So you throw out a lot of them with that. And not necessarily only strictly songwriters, but, like, we're both.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she wrote a lot of songs, and she also, like, collaborated. Like, she took some songs that were written and, like, put her spin on it. But I'm trying to think, like, maybe we need a female perspective here. And this isn't to disparage female artists at all, because I think she's personally in my top 10, possibly higher, of artists, period. Who do you think is higher, like, just in general? And we'll get back to the election, we promise you. We'll get back to the world burning down in a minute. But this is our pleasant sidebar.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't put a single female artist ahead of her. I just can't. She collaborated with the Heartbreakers a few times. She fucking was in Fleetwood Mac, and she did solo, and she also did Leather and Lace with one-time boyfriend, what's his face?
Joe Walsh?
No, not Joe Walsh. That was another one-time boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Didn't she date 2 Eagles?
Probably. Yeah, she probably...
Oh, the other guy, not Glenn Fry, but the main dude. Whatever. I just farted.
Right.
Don Henley.
Sure, okay. So, I don't know. Who is better than her? Or who ranks up there with her? I don't know, man. I mean, she's definitely on the list, but, like, Aretha Franklin, right?
No,
like,
didn't write her songs. All of them.
They have to write all of their songs. She didn't.
Not all of them.
Lindsey
The vast majority of
Buckingham
them.
wrote like a bunch of her songs too. So you can't say that it's just her.
Aretha's top 5, dude, but not like it's just like Aretha is the male Sinatra, maybe better. Maybe Aretha wrote some of her, but that was the Motown machine. Oh, but and back to a point we just made, like everyone that was inside of her or around her inner orbit was made better creatively by her. And women don't exist to make men better, but it was just in a slight annotation, like she fucking also made all these guys better, brought out their actual absolute best.
All right.
There's literally a song called Insider, not Inside Space Her, but Insider by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and it's a duet basically with Tom, and it's just it's perfect, like just the type of close relationships that form with a spiritual woman like that. Oh God, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean,
the unattainable spirituality.
Is she number one all time? I don't know. I'll give you top 10, no doubt.
Female artist?
Yeah,
because I think she's top 10 like artist. Period.
Top 10 female artist for sure.
I mean, do you love Madonna?
No,
I think Madonna's really good.
I respect her.
I don't think she has like there's not the emotional depth within the vast majority of her songs that Stevie Nicks has on most of hers.
Sure. Okay. But I mean, I think we're just missing. You're just missing a bunch of people. That's all.
Read them. I like Fiona Apple. St. Vincent.
Nina Simone. How about that? Put Nina Simone on there.
Diana Ross.
Billie Holiday. Streisand. Yeah, Diana Ross. That'd be
Joan Osborne. What?
I mean, even Cher, Celine Dion.
No, fuck that.
Whitney Houston.
Fuck that.
Whitney motherflipping Houston. Oh! I know someone who might be better than everyone else. Maybe the best of all time.
Of any artist or all female artists?
Of all female artists.
Who?
Dolly Parton.
Ooh.
She like wrote so many songs.
Yeah.
And she's basically.
I think she's number 2.
Behind Stevie Nicks?
Yeah, I think that was a really good fucking poll.
I think it was too. I think I'm a genius.
I think that's your 1 and 2. I mean, you're like, no one could be like, oh, you're like, she wrote Ghetto Superstar. It was called Island in the Stream, right?
Yeah.
And that was the fucking monster hit.
Yeah.
That far eclipsed any of the individual performers associated with it.
She also wrote Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living.
Before they die together driving off a cliff, Stevie Nicks and Dolly Parton need to collaborate. Have they before?
I don't know.
God, they're so great. So, all right, my favorite artist, I'm going, period. Tom Petty, obviously, one for me, just far and away. I really like Alice in Chains. I really like Kendrick Lamar. I really like fucking Stevie Nicks. And then there's others that come and go that are like really there, but like they aren't like, they don't just pull at me like those, like tug the soul. And there's something about Rhiannon and like Seven Wonders. You're just like, oh,
Yeah.
it's so transportive, man. We need more fucking Fleetwood Mac and Stevie Nicks in our lives. Like, we need more people like that have the courage to just be so ephemeral.
There you go.
Like
man.
that.
Yeah, I agree.
Instead, we get fucking people like posting on Facebook about, like, I voted, here's my sticker. Like, how about I learned how to play Goldust Woman on a fucking mandolin or something?
Well, you have the option to just not go on Facebook, Instagram, social media of any kind. Like, there's nothing that way lies madness, right?
There's
nothing.
You're familiar with edging, right?
I am.
You know what I'm going with this.
Sure.
I'm edging myself for the fall. I want to, when the world burns tonight, when it continues to burn, I will have cultivated these the feeling about these messages that I've seen for the last, I don't know, 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what, just like, I will taste the digital tears. I will drown in a bath of them.
You're giving me a very like Dennis from It's Always Sunny vibe. Like, don't you want to get off with me? We're gonna get off together. Yeah, it's definitely creepy, and
there was a brief period in late 20s where like we like looked like we could have been cousins, like him and me and Dennis. And like I got that comparison from my buddy.
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's not that far removed because you go into this other thing that's like it's like where a Venn diagram, the middle of your personality and this like extremity that you've created, but there's a little bit of commonality there, and so yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
I'm Dennis.
Yeah.
I'm definitely if of the Sunny characters, I'm a mix of Dennis and a little bit of Frank.
All right. Hey, I got a musical group for you, and it's a revolving door of collaborators that join on this ensemble. That they're face melters, man. It's
not Arcade Fire, right? They have like 30 members.
No.
Polyphonic Spree.
It's something close to that. Snarky Puppy. Go into a Snarky Puppy rabbit hole. I'm going to send you a couple videos, and
that'd be great.
And your face is going to melt. You'll first be like, yeah, no, this is fine. This is kind of cool. It's not really what I'm into, but it's fine. And
I introduced someone to Deltron 3030.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, I do like this. And then my face
is it like a wall of sound type of feature to it?
It's just going to melt your face, man. I don't know what else to
Because
tell
like
you.
there's some interesting types of sounds out there, like the Dr. Dre's versatility with like the Dark Carnival sounds of Marshall Mathers LP, like especially on Kill You. God damn, that was like, it paired so well with like that visceral like series of verses that you're like on paper you shouldn't like, but you're like with the sound in the background you're just like, oh, I kind of dig this, and it appeals to something dark within me. I like it. And then like on Good Kid, Mad City, which, do you like Kendrick at all? Sorta.
Yeah, I got no problem with him. I don't love
that
him,
album.
but I got
Is
no problem with him.
It's so rich. Like with his other Pimp the Butterfly got more acclaim, but I think I'm not one of those. Well, first off, it wasn't his first album, but it was his first like album that really made it bigger. I'm not one of those people, but like I think that album is just so perfect, and the other ones are close to perfect or almost perfect.
Yeah.
But I recommend the track "Good Kid" and then what's it called? It's like a high 2 tracks in one, and the second track is "Dying of Thirst," and the first one is it says "Promise that you will speak about me." Promise that you heard that one. Anyways, continue. I got your text there.
I got one more coming your way. Pick either one of those. Let that melt your face.
I will. I love melting my face.
Yeah, and experience the whole piece. They're long musical numbers.
Okay.
It's not like a 3-minute song. It's like I don't know how long this one is. 15 minutes.
Oh, sweet. I got an interesting question for you.
All right. Hit me with it.
If okay, so 2 different tracks here. Say one person would like to like decompress from this election, like not really watch and not pay attention to it, and just like gradually be exposed to the radiation, the digital radiation or whatever. What should one do tonight if they're a single person without family really close by that doesn't want to go out and burn in a riot just by being aware? What should they watch, listen to, do? Should they diddle themselves?
Obviously, masturbation's key. I mean, I recommend that every day, often. As
in
many
a
times as
bathtub
possible.
with a toaster close by, so they're really like precarious and they
know that no matter what happens today, things don't change. All right, things don't change
unless you own a business that gets burned down.
Well, this is a message to everybody. Like
or you resist an arrest or something.
One day is not going to undo the entire nation, right? Whether Trump gets reelected, whether Biden wins, politics as usual. Don't let the divide feel as large as it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Meet the new boss. Same as the old boss. Right?
Yeah.
Meet the same boss. Should have voted for Kanye.
No, it's we're gonna be okay. All right.
Okay.
No matter
And-
who's running or who's winning, the Supreme Court's not gonna overturn a bunch of stuff. Nothing's gonna happen like that.
But I want my abortion now.
I mean, listen, I don't want to get into those issues. I'm just saying, like, everything's gonna be okay. We'll get through this, okay? We got through everything else. This isn't the worst of times, all right?
Did we, though? Or are you saying we as in the United States over 200 and whatever years?
Yeah, I'm saying humanity's gotten through much, much worse than this. We
but our country's
haven't.
pretty,
No,
like,
we're
weak now.
we're a bunch of babies, but it's okay. We'll be all right. I'm saying don't be a baby. My kids are young, but they're older now, right? So it's like, okay, you were allowed to do this a few years ago, but now you're older. We don't cry for this. It's fine.
Yeah, we cry not over minor events. We cry over our feelings about real things, right?
Yeah, I'm not telling them
And
don't
this is-
cry. That's not the message I'm going after. I'm just
No,
saying,
I know.
like, you
I
just
didn't
don't need
think
to
you've
cry
gone that route.
We just don't need to cry over everything. That's all. And we
Like-
don't need to get upset over everything. Remember that these are your neighbors that voted the other way. These are your friends. They are not your enemy. And if you disagree on a certain thing with them and they have one sticking point, get to know what it is. Maybe they're not wrong. Maybe they are, but maybe they're not as bad as you think that they are, or they're not as wrong.
You know, unless it's race or abortion, just please don't talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Or what else? It was immigration too, but we've like caged that one.
I think
if
it's.
you will.
I think it's. Yeah, I don't know. I think coronavirus helped because like no one's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Supposedly, and then you
What
see things.
what has happened?
You see things like, New Zealand and how successful they are because they're an island nation, but it was basically able to go like, oh, no one
Yeah.
can leave and no one can come in.
Homogenous islands. And we're like, oh, we should look to New Zealand. Like, no.
No,
The same reason we shouldn't look to how things are in Norway and Sweden and shit for their social, hybrid socialism or whatever.
yeah, where it's just 12 million white people. Yeah,
No,
like,
it's less. It's like 5 million people in Norway.
Yeah.
And they're all like, they're
Like,
mostly
they have 6
white
weeks.
Norwegians.
They have 6 weeks or 12, whatever it is, 6 months of maternity leave, and they give everyone a box when they're a baby that has everything you need. That's great. It's 7 million Norwegians, one color and one nationality.
And then you're like, someone like you could hear the silent screams when that guy just like fucking eviscerated everyone on at some camp, and he gets 20 years in prison. He'd be like, I could go steal some refrigerators,
Yeah.
or while smoking marijuana in 1997,
Mm-hmm.
and I would get 20 years in prison if I was had a certain
if you were black,
shall
let's
you
say,
say look to me. Yeah, if I was black, yeah, and if I was black and not well off, I could have stolen refrigerators while high with drugs on me, and
Life,
I would have
yeah.
gotten more time than the Norwegian massacre guy.
yes, yeah,
Great society, yeah, that really works for 330 million people. Let's aspire to that.
Yeah.
Not let's not only aspire to that.
Right.
Let's try to push it as quickly as possible. That'll work.
that'll work. Yeah, that'll work.
That could
real
never
well.
backfire.
No.
One other thing I was gonna say. Well, I'll say many things still until you peter out. What's going on with fucking ISIS and shit like that? Are they all like socially distancing in their caves?
So one thing I was saying is, and it was, it's mostly said in jest, but with like the full burqa, where it's just the slits of the eyes, like they've already been wearing a mask, social distancing, at least
Yeah.
the women have, right?
Yeah.
And they're already walking 10 feet. They're already walking 10 feet behind the men. So like,
Yeah.
they're probably fine over there. They were prepared. One thing was they were prepared for this. They've been pushing wear the mask or die, right?
Yeah, mask or die, and also the caves.
Yeah.
They stay far away in caves.
Yeah,
So
so-
like, their society's thriving. So why don't we point to their success in fighting this virus?
There you go.
If we're gonna point to socialism in fucking a country with 5 million people, that 98% of them, maybe a little less now, there's been some Islamic or maybe not Islamic, but Arabic people from Arabic countries that they like, are probably persecuting or like wanting to because they're different, but the government's forcing them in, kind of thing.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
I don't know, that maybe the European utopias aren't all they're cracked up to be.
It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I mean that's something that drives me.
Mostly homogenous people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not proud of America.
Are we a perfect country? No, I'm not a proud American. I'm a fortunate American.
I will say this though, in regards to our sports, and this is pre-COVID, but I don't know. I've never heard of at football games, baseball games, whatever. I would say hockey, but there's like only a couple non-white players in the NHL. I never hear of bananas being thrown onto the field like that. That happens
at like Odell Beckham or something.
Yeah. That happens all the time in like English Premier League or various soccer matches. Like,
well, they are the people that we fought to get away from.
Yeah,
so
yeah, but that's like it's horrible. There's lots of horrible things that happen here, and it's great that we're having these discussions and systematic racism and we see time and time again police brutality, which I know we've talked about here. I'd like to see police not shoot people or execute people in the street. Whenever possible.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's
for all colors of people, but specifically, it happens way too many times where
they're resisting arrest. But
I can resist. I can resist arrest, and I don't need to be executed.
You wouldn't be executed.
No, people. Nobody needs to be executed for even if you resist arrest. Even if you're
they need another non-lethal method.
No, listen. If I'm not actively shooting police or holding someone hostage at gunpoint, if no one's
you have a fucking knife.
If no one's a knife, you need to shoot me in the back over a knife. Nah, man.
No, not in the back, dude.
Like you see it all the time. You see it all the time, man. Videos happen all the time.
You know what?
People getting shot in the back.
Stevie Nicks needs a song about.
She does. She does.
Like, with Dolly Parton,
obviously.
My other question with in regards to what should someone do tonight is what.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was just saying what we should do tonight to stay calm, and I'm like, and police brutality, and another thing.
I'm willing to jump back into that. I just wanted to follow through on my promise to say there's two tracks to what you do tonight.
Yeah. So
there's masturbating in the bath.
Obviously, you're gonna do that
with a toaster next to it.
I
like
don't advise
Groundhog
the toaster.
Day.
No.
Jambox.
Jambox? What's Jambox?
Listening a Jambox, like one of those, like fucking. Do they call them Jamboxes anymore? Or am I old?
I don't know. Boombox?
The fucking like, not the boombox, but those like wireless speakers.
Okay.
So just like bloop. It would make a big splash, but it'd still kill you
in the tub. It would not. A AA battery in the bathtub ain't gonna hurt you.
It ain't gonna do it.
Nah.
What if you also had a vibrator in there?
Battery power is just not enough to electrocute you, and those things are usually able to go underwater. That's
bullshit.
They're made to get wet.
Ooh. Okay, so what media should people like? Given like it's like a 7-course meal. Like you get your course 1 all the way through 7 for your.
I got you. You want me to lay out the night?
To lay out the night media-wise on how you should go back and forth depending on, like, if you want to see Ultimate Meltdown, what is your best prediction of Ultimate Meltdown? And, like, really enjoying, like, the Schadenfreude of America Burning.
Yeah, if you want to see that, depending on...
I do.
Yeah, if you want to watch... If you're a pro-Trump person and you want to watch, my recommendation would be wherever Wolf Blitzer is. Because his meltdown from 2016 and the look in his face was, if you ever see, like, watch people die inside, like the subreddit, like, it's a perfect example. All of the Rachel Maddows and those sorts of people. But if you're not a sociopath or a dick, don't watch that. If you want to see the other side, whoever's on Trump or who's ever on Fox News, watch Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity start to say that.
Dude, Bill O'Reilly is like got fired like a year ago.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Did he get Me Too'd?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
He was like the fucking like OG U2. He just wasn't like called out.
Ah, okay.
For a while.
Huh. See, this is how how much I follow. Not a lot.
Come on, you think that guy gets consensual anything?
He's still a rich white man in this country.
He is
all
rich.
Right?
He is super rich.
You can get whatever you want.
He wasn't bad at his job, except you can't. Part of your job shouldn't be like groping like whoever or whatever he did. I don't.
Did he have? Did he have the panic button in his office that locked the door?
Did that Matt Lauer have that?
Yeah, not Matt Lauer. Stone Phillips. I forget, man. I can mix them all up.
Roger Stone Phillips,
One of
not
those.
Stone Phillips, not Stone Phillips.
Matt Lauer.
Don't take my stone away.
Maybe it's Matt Lauer. I don't know.
Well, Charlie Rose had a panic button.
Let's see.
He had a mirror under his desk, so a woman was crossing and uncrossing her legs.
Lock.
Muff Patrol. 2020 election.
Yeah, Matt Lauer. He was the one who had it. You're right. Oh, Matt Lauer wasn't the only one with a button under his desk. Ooh.
I'm going to be the first one to have one in my cubicle.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so like I'll like to say that I'm not exactly a Trump supporter. I'm just like I just like to collect tears.
I get it.
And
No,
I think there will be
get
more of them on that side just because of the buildup. I think conservatives, like the ones that aren't insane, like what was the guy's name from the Gaston Butt Boy?
LeFleur.
The ones that aren't like hardcore LeFous, I feel like they get over those things quickly and move on to the next team sports related thing. Like, because a lot of politics to people is team sports until they take a step back from their actions, not necessarily their views, and be like, wait, this person doesn't go with my values at all. Like his record or like these other people that are on my side, I don't have anything in common with any of these people. Maybe I'm not on the right side. Maybe I'm not, there is no side for me. And maybe I need to be okay with that and like not have a team sports attitude about it. And that's what happened with me. Mm-hmm. I think that happens with a lot of people, and that's how you become independent in the first place if you were like marginally indoctrinated by either your school or your family or some type of organization.
Yeah.
You know? Like, but I just want to taste the tears, and I think that's okay.
I think no matter what, you're going to taste tears tonight. So enjoy that. Everyone else who doesn't want to taste the tears, I don't know, go watch something dumb. Go watch something. Mandalorian came back. That's a pretty good show.
Oh. I bet on the election with someone.
Oh, it's good.
I won't say which side.
We
I
all
bet on.
lose.
Maybe I hedged it.
Yeah, but I have to go. I have to like get back to work.
Oh, tell me your job. Make something up. Make it sexy.
Potato farmer.
What the? No one farms potatoes anymore.
What do you mean? We still have potatoes.
I don't know. Do they farm them?
Yeah. How the fuck do you think it works?
Is it really? I don't know. Do they grow on trees?
You don't know how potatoes grow?
No, they just go in my mouth. I don't give a fuck.
All right,
I don't care about those people.
I'm gonna hang up, and you go figure out how potatoes grow.
All right, you bastards. Kanye 2020. No man should have all that power.
All right, bye.